Covering this story for us today is our correspondent in Rome, Seema Gupta, and she's on the line now. Seema, how much support does this idea have in Italy?
Well, a recent survey said that the majority of Italians do support the idea of the Green Pass. As you mentioned, it's for those who are vaccinated, those who have recently tested negative, or those who are recovering and have recovered from COVID-19. It's only less than a third of the population that feels that this move of using the Green Pass is really an exaggeration and infringement on their liberties. As you mentioned, the Green Pass necessary to go to museums, to bars, indoor dining in restaurants, but also it's become necessary to enter schools. All teachers and staff in schools are required to have a Green Pass, even those visiting the school. And we have known that this has been in place, at least the vaccination for healthcare workers, for some time now. But now you're talking about a significant aspect of the population, not just public sector workers, but private sector as well. And that's what the regional affairs minister came out to say yesterday, because initially they thought they were just going to start with public sector, but they've decided to attack both groups, really, because they say it's necessary to contain the contagion. There's going to be a cabinet meeting today to discuss this issue and perhaps release this information in a new decree. They are expecting, reports say, that this meeting will be tense. We do know that within the government, the far-right League Party leader, Matteo Salvini, is against the idea, particularly of making the workers pay for those tests, especially if they are not vaccinated. They will be required to test themselves, get themselves tested every 48 hours.
And Seema, as you suggest there, it could be that up to a third of people are reluctant to get the vaccine, even with this health pass in place. What will happen to those Italians who don't want to get vaccinated?
Well, it's still unclear, but I guess what you can expect is that they'll be suspended from their jobs. They may lose their pay. Will this be grounds for dismissal? That still remains unclear. I'm sure those that can still remain working from home if they're unvaccinated could continue. But those that are required to be in the workplace, it would seem that they would have to get the Green Pass in some which way or form. Now, the government also met members of the unions, the union leaders, who did say also it's necessary for those tests then to be free for those who are unvaccinated, because people shouldn't have to pay to go to work. So we'll have to see what the government's going to do with that. But what we do know is that they're very reluctant to make those tests free, because they want to make sure that this will incentivize people in order to get vaccinated. So we'll have to see what comes out of this cabinet meeting and that new decree. But clearly, this is going to affect a lot of people. At the moment, as it stands, some 73% of Italians have at least one dose of a vaccine, while 65% are fully vaccinated.
Seema Gupta for us there in Rome. Thank you very much indeed.